Hi guys, how's everybody going? Today we're gonna talk about creating an intersection. Last time we talked about creating a, a corridor, but a corridor is just one road, right? But if you have two roads that come together, intersections, things like that, it becomes more complicated, right? But fortunately, Civil 3D have really good tool sets to help us accomplish that. Alright, so let's go back to our software and just find our files. As usual, we just use file 1 original. Okay, before we start, I like to just draw alignments, right? That's what we usually do when creating corridors. Access road, site 1, center line, just keep everything as usual, and just randomly draw some rows down here, okay? Just whatever rows. Yes. So let's say this is row 1, and then I would like to draw another one and give another row which is secondary rows. Give a name for second row. I put them into slide 1 and click OK, and just draw another one. However, the second one you need to be careful is that you have to make your second row, intersect with the first row. Okay, just make sure they have connections. Okay, let's say this is our second row. So we have a section in here. Okay, cool. Alright, I think that's that. And after that, we need to create a profile for both of these rows. You just go to create service profile for access roads, click add target surface or here, create profile view. Well, you can give a name. Let's give a name access service profile, and click next. Next. Just I think all default are pretty good, and then just draw it down here. So this is a profile of the first row, and let's choose another profile, create service profile. This time I'm choosing second row, and add drawing profile view, different name, second row service profile, right? So next, create profile view. It goes here. Then we just draw a designed profile, which is profile creation tool. Just click this profile and give a name access design. Right, and just keep it water default. Click OK, and go ahead and draw a profile. Just make sure start with the beginning, okay? And let's uncheck the snapping tool. Just draw lines. Just make sure you don't want that much slope. And open the snapping tool so I can get the end. There you go. I think this is pretty cool. And the other one, just choose this one and give a name to second. Design. Click OK and draw tangent with curves. And we just uncheck selecting tool and then just draw whatever we want. Right? Okay. Open the snapping tool and check the end. Right? It's 10%, which is, I think it's not bad, right? 10%, or sometimes you can add some variations. No, but not a big difference. Okay. All right. So this was this, and next step is when we have all this ready, just profile and alignment ready, we need to create assemblies, right? I think this is the most different part of intersection is when you create assembly, you need to create different parts of assembly. You just need to remember, you have to create a primary assembly, and you have to separate the primary assembly to the left and the right. So you have 3 already, and then you need a curve return assembly. Okay. As usual, I will draw a circle. So I'll just put all my assemblies down here. Let's close these windows and assembly. I just click create assembly. You can give a name. I will give the name primary row and click OK. And click here. So I have an assembly here. So just click assembly and there's tool palette, right? Okay, so I can choose what kind of stuff I want. I think this one I just choose basic line. This is the right line, this left line, and I can add some like shoulders or other things. I think here I just add daylight. Let's add daylight general. There you go. And the other one. Okay. So this was the primary row. Okay. And this as you see, it's the label is really big, so you can just change the scale. Then your looks better. Okay. Okay. So this was our primary row. And we can just go to copy and copy this assembly, I think, and we can just delete the right side and give a name assembly property. We can give a name primary row left because it's only half of the row, right? And we can, we can select the primary row and copy them again. Right? And delete the left side. And rename this as primary row right. So we have 3 assembly already, okay? And which is the primary row and half row, okay? I think give a name half row. And the next is curve return. So for curve return, it's a little bit tricky. You just need to remember, in the assembly tab, there is intersections, which is like the default assembly, okay? Which is like the computer, the engineers or what they thought it will work for most conditions. And the curve return fillets, that's the one we need. Okay, we just click this one and click here, and you will have, you have a curve return one. But however, what's on the left side, is pretty good one. Okay, you need to keep this one. But on the right side, you can choose whatever you want, which is a daylight. Okay. For this one, let's just choose what we used before, which is daylight general, and let's click here. Okay, so and we can check the name. It's curve return fillets. Okay, pretty good. So I think we're pretty good here. We have 4 assembly already. So once we have profile, alignment and the assemblies, we're ready to do intersection. Okay, just click intersection, and just remember you have to click the these points. Okay, just make it really accurate. Okay, you don't want to click here or other somewhere else. Okay, just click it, and there's a window jump up. Okay, you can give a name. Let's give a name intersection. That's just one, right? You can give a description as usual, and the intersection corridor type. And there are two types. One is primary road chromatin, which means the primary road. Just keep the crown of the primary road, but the secondary road will not follow the same way. And the second way is you will create an intersection that's merge both of them. I think we always choose all chromatin because this one sometimes you will have some trouble. Okay, so just keep all chromatin maintained. Click next, and they will tell what's the primary road, what's the secondary road. Okay, and the other thing is offset parameters. Okay, this one you need to open this up. And you will find they have some parameters, right? And the one parameter you should be careful is offset value, okay? Because you see here is 12 inches, 12 feet, okay? But let's cancel that. And let's cancel this also. If we look at our intersection, right? Assemblies, right? If we look assemblies, right? If you check the assembly parameter, it's 3.6. So we actually all our road is 3.6. So 12 is not a good number. So just be careful on this part. All right. So let's do it again. So let's give a name intersection 1 and all chrome maintained, and in the offset parameters let's just change this to 3.6, and the same one with this one. Okay, and you will have like a window here, right? Just tell you which is the part you changed. Okay, 3.6 and this 3.6. Pretty good. And then we click OK. And curve return alignment, you can check that. Usually, intersection quadrant, you'll see when you click, they have something to show up here. Okay, if you don't like the turns, you can change the parameters here, but usually the default works really well. Okay, it works really well to me. So we just accept that. And the line slope parameter, you can set specific parameter on that, like 2%. What's the parameters of that? So but we have assembly to define that also, so don't worry about it. Return profile parameter, it's usually how it will show you what's kind of like profile, right? The default usually works really well on this, so we don't want to dive into this too much. Okay, just make sure offset is right. Okay, and then click left, and the key part then is here. Okay, you remember the assembly to apply, right? We have 4 assemblies, right? So for curve return assembly, we just click here. You will see it's like this assembly, right? And it will use in this part. Okay, just click that, and we have curve return fillets, which is what we made before, right? Just click that, and primary road, which is the road, then we'll choose this primary road. So you can see here this assembly, right? And half road, so this is the left half. Okay, Okay, we kind of already made that, right? Primary road left, and this is right side. So let's make it primary road right. Okay, and secondary we can make primary road and this left half, and this right half. Right? Then everything was done. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Let's just create intersection down here. Then you will have a lot of stuff created. Just a lot of labels. You can just drag them out. Just click it and drag them out. Click here and drag them out. Right? These are all default settings. All right. You can change that later, or you can. If you don't like the color or something, we'll talk about later. Labeling or something like that. Or you can always, export and change colors in Photoshop or Illustrator, things like that. Okay, but you will see this is a perfectly generated corridor. Okay, when we look at these, you'll see here. Okay, it's perfectly created. Okay, based on our settings of the the roads and the daylights. All right. Okay. So this was the intersection, right? And the other cool part about intersection is it's really easy to, once you create an intersection, it's really easy to create a corridor. Okay. For example, we have this side, right? You will see when you click it, you will see this control point. Or you just click it and you can drag. Okay, drag to anywhere you want in this along this alignment, and then you can automatically create corridors from it. Okay, for example, like this side, I can do whatever I want. Okay, I can all the way down here even. You can decide where you want. Okay, so and all of them is one service in one corridor. All right, you can actually right click and then go to corridor properties, and when you choose different parts, you can see here, right? It's different parts, and you will know you can change that, right? If you want to change these parts, separate them, or you want to change the assembly of it, you can do that, right? Pretty handy functions to me. Okay, it's really helpful, and don't forget it's also accurate. All right, so this is the intersection. I think if you have any question later, just let me know. I'm always with you. All right.